problems.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, I'm not going to push broadcast yet. I want to share my screen and make sure it looks okay.
Okay. I see like the logo. Is that what I'm supposed to see?
No, hold on.
Oh, that's just the pivot icon. It's just the Can you see me like facing the camera, or am I looking away from the camera? Okay, I'm facing there.
No, look, you're looking a little sideways.
Yeah, my, cause I got a big screen, man. That's the only thing about it. I always got this camera on the top of a huge screen, so it just makes it hard to know what it looks. But
Hello. I'm going to keep my video off, so I'm Pivot Tech School.
For sure.
And I'm representing with my T-shirt on, but I'm gonna be off video too.
Have you broadcasted this yet, Courtney?
Not yet. I was waiting.
I have to say one thing before we broadcast that I don't think is cool. I don't know if y'all noticed, Josh got this line going. He's all
come on, man.
I didn't get the invitation. I didn't get the invitation to get all dapper before this.
Come on, your boy got that beard, man. That beard is going.
Hey,
You are nuts. Yeah.
I feel some type
Hold
of
on.
way.
I gotta go change. Y'all in pivot shirts. Hold on, let me go
Nah,
grab
bro,
it.
look, nah, keep going.
No, you're good. We've got pivot behind.
You good, you good, you
Okay,
good.
okay.
You
Yeah, I
good.
got pivot behind me.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna run the PowerPoint and we're gonna go in that order. So are we good?
Who kicks us off?
So it's
I'm gonna kick us off. I'm gonna kick us off with some. Yeah, you think we should do some mindfulness?
Let's do it. That's what we do.
That's what we do. All right, for sure.
Yep. So in 1 minute, I'm going to push broadcast, which means people can start to join. We've got 122 people registered, so we'll give them a minute or so to get situated, and then we'll start.
Okay, and then real quick, Q and J, if y'all can smile, I'm gonna take y'all picture, then I'll send it to y'all real quick.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of screen. I'm gonna be doing a lot of screen capturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna make everybody turn their cameras on too. So
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, y'all ready for broadcast?
yeah.
All right.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do too?
Hold on, I'm playing Don't Stop Believing right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was gonna do that, bro. Come on, man.
I
We're
already
on
know
the
how you
same
think,
wave.
bro.
Come
Listen,
on,
you've been
man.
doing
Right.
this long enough.
Welcome. We've got a lot of people joining.
We are in sync. Welcome everybody to orientation tonight, Pivot Technology School. We're excited to have you. Hopefully you're excited to be here. We see you all coming in, and we're going to get started in a few minutes. Everybody is logging on. I don't think I can really see everybody's face. That would be amazing if I could see.
I believe because it's a panel, because we're in this style, I don't think we can see the attendees. We can only, as panelists, is all you can see.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And we have to invite everybody. Yeah.
Okay. But I think you can take it out of that and
No.
you can't.
Not,
Okay.
not this way.
Okay.
Not as the webinar. You can't.
But
Okay.
if anyone has questions, they can drop them in the chat or the Q&A. So we've got quite a few people joining us.
Awesome. Well, welcome everyone. Hopefully you've had a great day of work or a great day of relaxation or a great day, whatever you've been doing. Hopefully it's been great. We are so excited to have you on this call today. And we're going to get started shortly, probably in the next five minutes or so. So
we are going to try to keep it as interactive as possible. So, if you have questions, if you want to say hello, if you want to just drop who you are, where you are, drop it in the chat. We'll be to answer all of the questions in the chat. We're going to give it some time to let everybody get going, but we are very excited about today.
yeah, super excited. And make sure you all say hello or say who you are in the chat. We want to get active in the chat. And also too, here connecting you from sunny San Diego. Oh man, I love San Diego, Hector. Hey, look, let me tell you, Hector, George's on the Cove, man, is one of my favorite restaurants in San Diego. It's amazing. I really love that. I love that place. Hector here. Yes.
David Sykes, how's it going?
My name is
Birmingham, Nashville.
Jacob Johnson, Nashville. Oh, they loading in. That's how I like it right here. Yes, and Birmingham. We kick off in 2. Cal. Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in. It's going in so fast I can't read it all now.
Huntsville. It looks like we are represented so far from the east to the west coast. That's good to see.
Oliver, Tennessee. All right. It does. For some reason, the screen keeps jumping back and forth. Courtney, is that on purpose? I don't know. It just seems. Is the screen jumping back and forth on y'all?
It is. It's not. Whenever we talk, it changes to the person that's talking from the screen.
No,
Josh,
but I'm saying like
you
the
have to change your view from presenter view to gallery.
Yeah, change your view, Josh.
It's on gallery, but it's like every time the presentation is popping on and then popping off and then popping on and then popping off. Y'all don't see that?
Yeah, because right now, Courtney, all I see is your logo. I don't see the presentation right now. It might not be showing.
Okay, that's what
Yep,
it is.
so I'm about to push start. We ready to go?
No, not yet. Hold on.
Okay. You tell me when and I'll go.
All right, cool. There, everybody's still checking in. See, it's hopped back into presentation mode. Did it hop back into presentation mode for y'all?
Yeah. I think once we start presenting,
Okay.
Can y'all see this okay? Katie, can you see all right?
Yep. I think we're
So-
good.
Yeah, I can see.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can see it.
Everyone, if you all do me a big favor, if you're all on Instagram, make sure you all go and follow Pivot Tech School on Instagram. Make sure you also follow us on LinkedIn, and then follow us individually as well. Joshua Mundy, Quan Clark, Dr. Isaac Adai, doctor, excuse me, not Isaac. It's Dr. Isaac now.
yeah. So I'm gonna put in that information. It's Pivot Tech School. That's our Facebook, our Instagram, our LinkedIn. So if you go follow Pivot Tech School, you'll find us. And then individually, I'm Mr. Q Clark 17. I am Joshua Money, right?
I am Mr. Mundy. I'll type it.
I am Mr. Mundy and Isaac. I'm not sure what your.
He can type it in there.
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat.
But we are very excited. I do want to give a quick. I think what time is it? 6:05. I say we go ahead and get started. We want to be respectful of everybody's time to join on this evening to really we're kicking off something that's really in my mind historic, because we have two organizations that are like-minded and that are both really passionate about not only the community, but just really making sure that we really focus on diversity and getting the next wave of individuals in technology. So this is going to be a really amazing partnership. Thank you all for spending some time with us this evening to learn about Pivot Technology School and also Shipt. I'm going to go ahead and just introduce myself, and I'll turn it over to the other individuals from Pivot. And then if anyone from Shipt that's on the call that wants to do a quick introduction before we jump in, we can do that. I don't think there's many on here, but my name is Quan Clark, co-founder, president of Pivot Technology School. I'm not gonna go down through that just yet, but my name is Quan Clark, president of Pivot Technology School. I have a background in data analytics, software development, SQL development, business intelligence. I've spent quite a bit of time in the tech space. Got some time in entrepreneurship. Founded a company called Focal Point Solutions, a clothing brand called Hood Geek, which is all about really embracing the genius that you are. And really, I'm just passionate about all things technology and really making sure that I do my part to introduce those who have not been introduced into tech and to create those avenues. That's myself. Josh, I'll pass it over to you really quick.
All right, Joshua Mundy, currently the CEO, co-founder of Pivot Technology School, also a serial entrepreneur, really create businesses around community needs. And Pivot Technology is just we're really passionate about the opportunities that we're creating for minorities in the space of technology. We believe that tech is the bridge to economic prosperity. And with partnerships like Shipt and with partnerships with other organizations, it allows us to get more and more people trained in these areas. So thank you all so very much. We're so excited to tell you about the program and what we intend to do to really give you the skills that you need to thrive. So thank you all so very much again. Isaac.
Good evening. I am Isaac Adai, Chief Strategy Officer for Pivot Tech School. So glad to be here. So excited about this partnership with Shipt. Pivot is doing some incredible things in the community, and we're here to tell you all about it. My background is in computer engineering and business strategy, and my role is to help us be great, and we're being great so far. So thank you for joining us.
All right, thank you, Isaac. We'll come back to the. I'll go ahead and get us. I know I'm already off track on following this, so I'll follow through on our presentation. But But yeah, so Pivot Technology School, who are we? We are a coding boot camp based out of Nashville, Tennessee. Our mission is to create avenues that empower a highly diverse demographic by providing industry-leading technology training and high-demand technology skills. And the way we do that is by creating programs like the one we have now with Shipt. We have 2 tracks going with this partnership. We have a data analytics / data science track, and also we have a software development track. Those 2 programs will really allow individuals that are looking to get into either one of these paths the opportunity to do so with an amazing sponsorship by Shipt. And what we've done is really spend time to understand what they need as a company and when it comes to technology, and build a curriculum specifically around getting individuals trained up so you can become an immediate productive employee with an organization like Shipt. For those of you who may not really know what software development is or what data analytics is, I'll just kind of briefly explain it too. But software development is it's all about designing and developing applications that can carry out a specific task, or that can everything that we use right now, even in this Zoom call. Zoom is an application, is a video conferencing application. So software developers really have the power to create what we use and kind of shape what the world looks like. You really have that amount of power. And if you're creative, if you like designing, engineering, developing, software development is an amazing career path to go down. And I know that everyone knows that data analytics, data is almost, I think they said data is now the #1 commodity in the world. Over oil, over gold, data is gold. All companies from Amazon to Google to Facebook, they capture all of our data to understand consumer behavior, to understand what's happening, to understand the trends, to know just how to make business decisions, and to understand how things are going. And so as a data analyst, you really get to stand at the forefront to assist in making those business decisions for companies like Shipt, to really predict and understand customer spending habits, or where customers are likely to shop. Just all things to help drive business decisions. You have that ability in the data analytics track. So we picked these 2 programs to really allow students that have a varying degree of interest to really decide which track best suits their career path. As far as the schedule, so this particular program, it is a part-time evening program. We built this program with the idea that most people on this call, most individuals that can take advantage of something like this, may already have a family, may already have a job that you're looking to pivot out of and to get into something different. So we built the schedule in a way that allows you to keep your daytime job if you're currently working, or if you're currently doing daycare, watching your kids in the daytime. So we have a part-time schedule, which is 4 nights a week. It's going to be Monday through Thursday, and every other weekend. Every other Saturday, you'll spend 4 hours in class. Everything is 100% remote. And it's really important that we kind of talk about the schedule, because there's about 20 hours of class time. But I'll just tell you right now, if you take advantage of this opportunity, really invest and make a commitment to spend 5 months where this is almost what you do. It's almost what you are. That's what it would take to really gain all of the benefits from going into a program like this. So you really have to dedicate 5 months of your time to really dive into the curriculum. There's daytime work, there's daytime homework that you need to do. There's additional peer-to-peer learning. There's a lot of different things that we bring to the table, and it's really important that you allocate the amount of time needed to do that. We do provide you with professional development. So you will learn, you will have mentors that'll be there to assist you along the way. We provide mock interview support. We provide resume review. We provide subject matter expertise. So we really try to give you all of the tools that you need to really be able to go from where you stand today into a tech career. The software development does teach you some on the front end, and it's primarily on the back end. And we, for this particular course, are studying the language of Go, it's also called Golang, which is the language that Shipt uses. So if you come through our software development track, you will learn Golang, which will allow you to immediately jump on the software dev team at Shipt and go in day one and be a productive employee. The biggest thing, you want to go ahead, Josh?
I mean, I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Pick it up.
So this program is at no cost to you. So if you are chosen, we have 30 spots. So 15 are current Shipt employees and then 15 external applicants. Now we have over 110 applications right now. I think, how many we have internal?
About 25.
So we have 25 internal and the rest are external. So this is an amazing opportunity that people are really, really jumping on and they are putting in the application. So this is at no cost. So Shipt has been gracious enough to cover the cost for the program. Now, when things don't cost anything, that requires another level of commitment. Because if you're not committed, somebody else could have had that slot that would have been committed. So we really want to hammer that in. If you look at your life currently right now, and if you feel like you have no time right now, then do not apply for this program. Okay. We need 100% commitment. So this is the expectations. This is the expectations of 100%. All right. Like we need 100% commitment because it's going to take that to really get through this program. And if you commit yourself for 5 months, I promise you that it's going to change your life forever. But it's going to take a 5-month commitment of no excuses. All right. No excuses. So we expect 100% class participation. We expect 100% participation in the labs and peer-to-peer learning. We expect 100% participation in the mock interviews, the capstone project, and then finally, if you don't, participate in your own graduation, come on. So we just need 100% commitment. And I got to say this again. If you look at your life currently and see that you have no time right now, then please do not take up a slot that could really go to somebody else that's ready to change their life. So that's our expectation. Shipt has gone over and beyond. They're doing something that has generally never been done by an organization in the world. They are covering the costs to not only train their internal people, but to be gracious enough to say that, man, this is a community play. This is bigger than Shipt. This is bigger than Pivot. This is a community play that we can invest in directly in the residents of Alabama. And let me say this, residents of Alabama have first rights. And then we look outside of Alabama for a few slots as well. But, it's just very, very, very.
In Alabama, don't let
for sure.
You still can apply. Obviously Shipt is in Alabama. That's where they're headquartered. We will get, first right of pass to Alabama. But we look to create slots for applicants anywhere. I think this is an amazing opportunity for anybody. So I would say if you're interested and you can make the commitment that Josh just spoke about, go ahead and get your application in. If you pass the bar and you're a 10 applicant, then it's gonna be weighed that way. So we don't want anyone that really qualifies and would be amazing to miss out on this opportunity.
Yeah. So this is the hardware that you need. You want to cover the hardware, Quan?
Yeah. So just to kind of summarize it, you need a laptop. We don't provide laptops for the program. So if you have a laptop, preferably you need a Mac or a Windows machine. Let's say that again, Mac or Windows machine. If you have a Chromebook, thing is, your Chromebooks have not been successful in the program, especially on the software development side. You really need to do development that requires administrative rights. You got to be able to install a lot of things. So won't really work. I would say if I didn't have a laptop and I wanted to do it, I would probably go invest three or $400 and get me a good working laptop, since tuition and everything is already paid for. You need an external monitor. I mean, if you can do this on one screen and that's how you roll and you can do it, I'm not gonna say you can't do it. I can just let you know, to be successful, it's really beneficial to be able to have a nice sized external monitor. You need to be an administrator. So if you have a work computer, probably not going to be able to work, because you'll need to be able to make administrative level changes to your computer. You need a webcam because it is on Zoom, and we like to see you. We're a very personable school. You know, we're kind of different. Like, we like to have a good time. We like to really connect. We believe relationships and networking and connecting, and you know who we are and we know who you are, because we look at everyone that comes on board as a part of the Pivot family. So we want to know you. We want to see you. You know, if you're in class, if you got to cut your screen off and talk to your kids really quick, that's cool. But overall, try to get yourself in a setting where you can have your screen on. We can't be all together, but we can still be all together in a virtual environment. So it's really important to have able to install Zoom. If you haven't already completed an application, go to www.pivottechschool.com/shipt. You must complete the application. You must also complete the assessment. And in order to be accepted or considered, we must have an assessment and a resume. So please include your latest resume. If you don't attach it to your, just say attach it to your application. But if you're having technical issues, you can send it to info@pivottechschool.com. So once you'll see that in the response, in the reply email. It's very important to get that in. If you're on the fence, if you're thinking about it, I would say if you know you can make the commitment, and you know this is something that you can allot 5 months of your time for, you know, it's an amazing opportunity. I can just let you know, I wish that when I got started in the tech, that I wouldn't have been in student loan debt, you know, and had to pay student loans and take a much longer route to get to where I got. So this is an opportunity to really transform your life, for your family, for your generations to come. It's very important. And the assessment is strictly logic based, very minimal tech. The way we look at it, our company is called Pivot. We look for people that are looking to pivot into technology. So we don't have a hardcore requirement that you already took computer science or have development experience. We understand there's some very intelligent people who have not had an opportunity to get into technology that can really become rock stars. So we build our curriculum to teach you up. You just got to have a certain level of logic, understanding. The commitment is the biggest thing that we look at. Have you showcased that you have the level of dedication and commitment that we know it takes to be successful in this program?
We're just going to keep hammering that home over and over and over and over again. It's really not about technology, the training and really getting the information. We say that is 10%. All right. 90% is if you show up. If you show up and really participate in the program, you're going to get it. Now, let's be clear. It can be tough. All right. It can be hard. And a lot of times, and I always say this, and y'all type this in the chat. Okay. Communication rules the nation. All right. Communication rules the nation. So we have to make sure that we are clearly communicating to our teacher assistants. We're clearly communicating to our instructors that if you need additional help, that you'll be able to get that. But closed mouths do not get fed. And if we don't know, and then you just disappearing, that is not what we can really, we just don't accept that. Okay. We all have it. We all have that quit muscle that as soon as we get tired or soon as something gets a little tough, that we just want to walk away. This ain't the program for that. Okay. We're going to put all of everything. We're going to put everything around you for you to be successful. All right. But all you have to do is have clear communication. So if you can't make it to a class, let your teacher know, let your TA know. If you are falling behind, talk to somebody, say something, but we just can't just go ghost and disappear because, this is too important for us. It's too important for Shipt, and we want everybody bought in to these 5 months of really building this program out. So this is we've been getting a lot of questions about when does it start, and this answers that. So the applications are due by July the 6th.
Hey, Josh, can I push
Yes.
pause? I have an error when I created this. External candidates. So if you do not work for Shipt, it's actually 7-1.
All right.
7-1. Sorry, that was my bad. 7-1 for external candidates, 7-6 for Shipt employees.
All right. Type that in the chat too, so that they're.
Roger. And we'll get this out to anybody who needs it as well.
All right. So the acceptance letters. So are those dates right too? The 8-4.
Everything else is right. Everything else
Okay.
is right.
Okay. Got you. So what we're gonna do is that so the first day of classes is August the 9th, and then graduation is
The week of December 13th.
December the 13th. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna have a kickoff launch party on the last week of July. We don't have that date yet.
We came up with that date today.
We said we come up with the date today.
From 6 to 8. Monday, July 26th from 6 to 8.
Okay. Monday, July the 26th from 6 to 8. We'll have a kickoff party at Shipt headquarters. So if you're not chosen for this program, we'd still like to connect with you. All right. So come out, meet us. We would definitely like to meet you because we still have more and more opportunities for you to go through the program. If you really want to change your life, and you really want to go through the program, we have additional ways that you can go through the program. So we can discuss that if you're interested. But for this right here, we're going to be making these decisions by July the 1st. So make sure you complete the applications, complete the assessment so we can make those decisions. And then you will get a letter by July the 12th. And questions, it's been rapid fire on questions.
Yeah, I just want to say one last really quick. It's a lot of times things like this, programs like these are built and it's not, it's just to get you trained and learn. Like this particular program was specifically built with an opportunity to gain employment at Shipt. Shipt has committed to at least interview everybody that graduates from the program. I think that's something that by itself is an amazing opportunity to get an interview with a company like Shipt. Is amazing. So I would definitely not give up the opportunity to not only get yourself trained for free, but be able to sit into an interview and possibly get a role with a company that's definitely breaking ground. And I think it's just amazing. So do we want to go through kind of the chat window to answer some older questions?
I guess we can go through. There's a Q&A. There's a Q&A portion.
Yeah, let's start with the QA. There's 10 questions there.
So hello, what do companies look for in coding camps, and what do you all take into account for the scholarship?
So what do companies look for in coding camps? I think from a coding camp or from a student going through a coding camp, I think companies are looking for coding camps that, number one, can train up a student that can walk in and be somewhat successful. So it's all about really not gaining general knowledge in a subject, but we specifically train you to do a job. So when you go through a coding camp, it's called a boot camp because what you're doing is you're specifically being trained to perform a specific role. So like in this software development, you will go through to understand the front end, but really to go in to be a Golang back-end developer. And what we look for from a student is someone that's committed, that has shown the makeup that they will not quit and they'll stick to it, because I sincerely believe that anybody that has that mindset can learn how to learn technology and coding. It is not rocket science it only requires dedication. That is the number one prerequisite is dedication. There's some other things you need, but dedication is number one.
Yep. Terrence. So Terrence says he want to learn about tuition and financial aid support. Now, Terrence, this program right here is free of charge. So I think you were just looking on all of the other programs that we offer through Pivot Technology School. So if you do not get chosen to go through this particular program, we do have boot camps that kick off generally about every 10 weeks in software development, data analytics, and cybersecurity. We have income sharing agreements, which is you do not pay anything until you get a job. So you can go through the program, you do not pay anything until you get a job. We have Climb Credit, which you can go and get a loan to pay for your schooling, or sometimes we have scholarship opportunities that you can apply for, and that's 100% full ride scholarship. So if you're interested in that, you can just follow back up. I'm curious what differentiates y'all from code camps that run through Vanderbilt or software school. What sets you all apart?
I think if you've been on this call on this, what sets us apart is people. Like we really are family, but not only that, we really market to a diverse demographic of students. So a lot of schools, and not to say any names or to even mention the school, but a lot of schools, the technology landscape is very white male dominated. Minorities, specifically women, African Americans, Asian descent. There's a lot of other ethnicities that are not really represented in the technology space, and most of that is due to the awareness of the opportunities or just not having an opportunity. So what separates us primarily is that we work to create opportunities for those that are underrepresented in the tech landscape to have an opportunity to really transform their lives. We felt like that everyone needs that opportunity, so we specifically set out to create partnerships like the one we have with Shipt, to create these avenues that can allow everyone to pivot, because we feel like everyone should be able to pivot. And not only that, we teach, our teaching style is really catered to diversity. We understand that everyone learns differently. The subject, the labs, the things you'll learn within our school, it's all built around everybody. So we teach that way, but we also really create avenues for everyone.
Yeah, man. And we just saucy, man. We just different, it's just a whole nother swag. If you really want to be in a communal environment where you can learn and be your best self, that you can leave our program and we're going to work with you until you get a job. So you're not going to go through a program and then just be left high and dry to go out and figure it out on your own. We are out actively creating partnerships. So when you get done with our program, that you can walk into a job or you can interview and go into a job. So we are intentional about really, really placing our students so they can be successful for sure. You mentioned the schedule. Is it with day workers in mind? Most people I know in Birmingham work night jobs in service industry. Is there anything for us during the day? Currently, it is all evening based, from 6 to 9 o'clock.
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 to 9:30. But we'll definitely keep that in mind probably for the next one. Most of their internal candidates work during the day. But we'll keep that in mind next time.
We do have some daytime opportunities that may be coming up. This may even be something that we do again in the future with Shipt. I think right now we really just wanted to get the ball rolling. We hope that everyone can take advantage. We understand that the times and everything won't allow for everyone, so we will definitely keep everyone in mind and work to create avenues for those who can't do a nighttime class or those who can't do a daytime class. We'll work on the options, but we definitely wanted to just get this message out.
The schedule mentioned 4 days a week.
Yeah, I think you just said that.
I think we just answered that. Will we contribute to a big source project?
So what we have are, we do capstone projects. So if you go through data analytics or software development, you will build a capstone project. In schools like Pivot Tech, coding camps, your certificate of completion is great. It is great. But what really gets you a job are your skills. So your project that you create at the end of the program is really your time to showcase this is what I can do. So you work on a capstone project that really encompasses everything that you learn throughout the 20 weeks, and you get to put it to use. If you cannot build your project, then that would show, okay, you may be able to pass tests and assignments and do labs, but can you do the work? Because that's really what Shipt's looking for. That's what companies are looking for. They're not looking for people that can answer questions. They're looking for people that can do the work. So we build this program and the capstone projects to make sure that you can actually do the work. You can actually code when you leave the school.
Yeah. Will we get a class schedule well in advance so we can plan our schedules accordingly? Yes. A class schedule is generally Monday through Thursday from
I
6.
think this was 5:30 to 9:30. I know we made some changes. We will post the class schedule on the website, and also if you get selected, you'll have all the information ahead of time.
Yep. Franklin Womack, 100% commitment, part-time and evening classes, correct? Yes, that's correct. What is the chance of being chosen?
I mean, the chance of being chosen is good. I mean, we have 30 slots. 30 slots is amazing. I mean, we have a lot of we're getting a lot of momentum, but obviously everyone won't qualify. So we did mention that, preference will go to Alabama residents. We do look at your assessment scores. We do look at your resume. We do look at some other things to assess the overall, like, who we select. I would just say, if you want it and you have the passion, I would say apply. I would not miss out on an opportunity because you may or may not get selected. There's no harm in applying.
Yep. I have a passion for education and youth development. How could I use tech in those fields?
So here's the thing about tech. Every tech is in every field. Technology is something that's involved in everything. So if you have a passion for youth development, that's where you want to start. You want to start with your middle schools or your elementary schools and teaching them gaming, them software development, or even just teaching them logic and teaching them the basic skills around technology, because they'll be using tech, forever. So starting with them early is very important and essential. So a lot of people get these skills and go on to become entrepreneurs. They get some experience in the corporate world, and they may see a route where they can now take that experience and skill set to follow a passion. So it's definitely options there for you.
All right. Is this equivalent of an apprenticeship? If not, does Shipt have an apprenticeship? So this is not an apprenticeship.
I would turn this over to Katie though. Katie, from the Shipt team, do you all want to kind of answer the apprenticeship question and what you have at Shipt?
Hey everyone, I'll jump in. This is Katie. I currently work for Shipt. I'm our senior program manager. Shipt does currently participate in the state registered IT apprenticeship program through the state of Alabama. The only requirements for that program are that you complete a boot camp in Birmingham and that you are an Alabama resident. And so yes, we do participate in an apprenticeship program.
Awesome. What qualifications are you looking for from a candidate for the boot camp? I think we already covered that.
Sure.
What percentage of the curriculum will address career prep topics like interview and resume building for applicants in the technical environment? We do career development throughout the whole program. So we're going to sprinkle that throughout the whole program, Demetrius, from having guest speakers to resume prep to really interview prep. That'll be sprinkled throughout the whole program of your 20 weeks. Also,
Josh, do you want to talk about the mentorship as well?
Yeah, so we'll do a mentor matchmaking event that we're going to pair everybody that goes through the program with the mentor. So you will have a mentor when you start. I think the week up orientation will start assigning mentors so that you can have a sounding board. Again, we want to create as many layers of support as possible so that you can be successful through the program, and your mentor can kind of help you and guide you in regards to how to do a tech interview. Tech interviews are different from regular interviews, so just really prep you for that. Also, if I do not get in this program, will I be able to link up with you guys? Yes. So Naheem, I'm Joshua Mundy on LinkedIn, Quan Clark. You can just look us up on LinkedIn. That's generally where we are. So we would love to connect with you.
Networking is everything. I'll tell you that. If you go through this program, if you don't go through this program, stay connected, get connected, follow us on LinkedIn, follow the school on LinkedIn, and get into the network. Because we're all about creating a network, and opportunities all come from your network.
Yep. Next, David Skies asks, is Golang an object-oriented programming language? Is this an up-and-coming language?
So Go is object-oriented. Is kind of it's some people consider it that, some people don't. I think it would probably fall into it would kind of fall into the same class as like Java, maybe a Java backend. It is a newer language. I think it was developed by Google, and it is definitely an up and coming language. Companies like Shipt, companies that are really really tech savvy, machine learning savvy in that space, are kind of turning to Go because of some of the things you can do with it. So learning Go is definitely something you want to add to your catalog.
Yeah. Are the job placements at Shipt or elsewhere nationwide or concentrated only in Birmingham? Katie on that one.
Hey, I'll tackle that one. So our headquarters is in Birmingham, Alabama. We have about 1,000 employees that sit in Birmingham. We do also have a San Francisco office that has about 200 employees in it. We are looking to change the ecosystem of tech in Birmingham, though. It's one of our core missions. So while it would be fantastic if we were able to hire the majority of these people in Birmingham, it doesn't mean that that's going to eliminate anyone from a long-term position with Shipt.
All right. Service industry here too. What are the Saturday class hours? Saturdays are generally like peer-to-peer. So it'll probably be early in the morning.
This one we have hardcore hours on this one. So it's
okay, gotcha. What is it?
We go to Saturday from 10.
Your internet, that AOL is not working.
10 to 2.
Okay, 10 to 2. All right, here we go. So 10 to 2 every other Saturday. Correct?
You are correct.
All right, cool. How many roles do they hope to hire from the 30 sponsor applicants? Are 15 spots in the program reserved for internal? I can answer the last question. So yes, 15 spots are in the program are reserved for internal candidates. The other 15 are sourced from the community. So it'll make a total of 30. And then Katie, I'll let you tackle how many roles do they hope to hire from the 30 sponsored applicants?
Yeah, absolutely. Our hope to hire from this cohort of students is 30 students. We do have 30 positions held, split between the back end and the data boot camps. So our goal, once again, is to hire all 30 students.
Awesome. And then also too, it's been a lot of questions about the Golang, but we do have a data science program so it's 2 programs that you choose from that you'll have an option, which is our software development program and then our data science program. So you can choose between the 2. So there's been a lot of questions about the Golang, but that's not the only thing. We have the data science program that you're going to be learning Python. Really, is it Python only? But I know all the visualization stuff, but Python is really the one, right?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll learn SQL, Tableau, Python, primarily. Yep.
Yep. All right, cool. What is an example of a capstone project? Are they assigned or chosen by the students?
So like a capstone project is really you choose it, and if you're in the data side, I would look at a capstone project as something that you have an interest in a subject, you have a hypothesis about something, and you're going to essentially disprove or prove your hypothesis based on the analysis using the tools that you learn within the program. And at the end of it, you'll be able to provide and showcase, here's my dashboard Python, here are my statistics, here's everything that either proves or disproves my hypothesis and on the data science track. And on the software development, you're gonna actually build an application. So your capstone will be, here's my application, here's what it does, and kind of showcase what you've built and what you've been able to develop.
Awesome. If the internal slots are not filled, will they roll over to external candidates, or is it strictly 15 external slots? It's strictly 15 and 15. And I think we're going to be able to fill the internal. So let's see. Do U.S. non-residents have a chance to also get into the program? I would say we would want U.S. residents, and you probably won't have a chance for this program. Will the web dev cohort learn any JavaScript?
Yeah, so it's software development, but we do teach you some front end in the very beginning of it. It's very specific to the back end, but we do introduce you to the front end JavaScript concepts.
All right. Is the mentor a part of Pivot or a professional in the field? It's a professional in the field that you will have mentors. So these are people that are actually working in the tech community now. They want to give back and mentor the next up and coming people.
And we'll be pulling mentors from the Shipt team as well, Josh.
For sure. Yeah. So it'll be Shipt and community, a little bit of both. Are there any similar Shipt-like apprenticeship opportunities to your knowledge in the DC area? Terrence, I have the slightest idea. But again, you could go through the program via our ISA program, which is you do not pay anything until you get a job. So that's a program that kind of is similar to this program. This program, you don't owe anything when you get done. But our ISA program, you do not start paying anything until you get a job. So
somebody asked on the other chat really quick about Tableau licenses. So other than, you don't have to pay for anything for this program. So there's literally nothing that you have to be out of pocket for. You need to have a laptop. You need to make sure you have your home office set up, by your desk, by your screen or whatever. But as far as software, anything like that, there's no cost for anything. Everything is provided to you.
Yep. Is the program only for people from underrepresented demographic groups?
I think our goal is diversity, and this program is about having a diverse population. So we are looking. There is some diversity metrics that we have to maintain in the selection process. I wouldn't say that if you are not, a specific ethnic ethnic group that you'd be disqualified, but it is a diversity initiative.
Yes. So you can apply. So anybody can apply. It's just really heavy on the diversity piece. Once this program is completed, we'll be able to market ourselves in the IT industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to market yourself. Is Shipt hiring for both tracks? Yes, Andrew. Shipt is hiring for both tracks. Quan, what is your personal favorite between software development and data analytics?
I'm a data guy. That's what my skill set is. I like to solve problems. I like to know the big picture and understand how to make decisions based on information and data. And I kind of like figuring things out. If you have a mind like that, I think data analytics is where you like to go. If you're an engineer, if you like to map and draw and develop and create, I think software development is a great place for that.
Hey, Quan, also, let's mention, we're going to help guide you through this process. So the way that the assessment and the application are, the way we created them will help you. So it's not going to be a blind choice.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it'll guide you to what's your strengths and weaknesses and figure out what's the best kind of pick for you. Is data analysis a step towards being a data scientist?
Yeah, I can tell. So I'll just say this, and this is, I think, is very, very important. So from my experience and from my background, companies are very, 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 particularly, it's not easy to get into the data science track, especially if you don't have a lot of background. What's very unique about this program and with Shipt and what they're offering is this is going to be tailored toward data science. Most of the opportunities that they have available is in data science. You will learn some data analysis skills. Typically, data analysis is a stepping stone into data science. But what's unique about this is that if you go through our data science, data analytics track, you'll go into a data science role. That is going to put you in an amazing position for your career, because it's not a very easy entry into data science. And I think that's what's unique about the curriculum. That's what's unique about the opportunity, is that you'll get into a lot of the data science concepts, and you'll really, your career, you'll be jump started in your career. I'll just say it that way.
All righty. Let's see. Is this program for someone who is coming from no tech experience and looking for a career change? Yes. Valencia, that's why we are called Pivot. You're looking to pivot your career into technology. So we have several success stories of people with no experience going into data analytics and being able to go get a job making $75,000 a year with no experience. But they got hired by a pivot partner, and they are at that job killing it right now, because all they did was dedicate themselves. And then they said, oh, okay, this is easy. I can do this. So it's really, all it takes, Valencia, is for your commitment. And if you're committed, we can get you there. Can you explain front end and back end, Terrence? So let me come on, man, non-technical guy. Let me get this.
All right.
So front end. So let's go Facebook. All right. So Facebook on front end is the user experience. So you see all of, how it's designed, how it's laid out. Like, that's the front end. So somebody builds that. But the buttons, so the like button, the heart button, like the messaging button, all those buttons have codes behind it. So somebody is on the back end coding the front end so that you can have a complete user experience. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get a little bit.
I am impressed.
Come on.
One other caveat I add to it is, so when you hit that like button, something happens. When you go to an ATM and you put your card in there and you put your PIN number in, there's some SQL script that goes out to a database and basically says, here's this person's information. Do they have enough money for what they're asking for? And then the database communicates back to the interface to say yes or no. They don't have enough money. Don't give them any money. So the back end is how the database that holds all the data and all the other components behind the scenes function to supply information back and forth to the front end. So when you're pushing buttons and doing things on the front end, there's a ton of stuff happening on the back end that you don't see, that gives you the data or that makes whatever you do happen. So that's kind of how the two talk together. So like Josh said, you have a user experience, what you see, and then the back end is everything you don't see that's really powering what you see.
Let's go, baby. Hey, man, I'm really getting good at this. Come on. Caleb, does a student on a F1 visa also qualify? I do not. Katie?
Hey, I'll jump in and say that Shipt is happy to sponsor any employees that are on an F1 OPT or CPT or need any other form of sponsorship.
Awesome. There it is.
Josh, let me just say how wonderful of an opportunity that is for folks that are in international settings. So Shipt right there is telling you they're committed to getting you in the door and getting you employed no matter where you're from. So just want to make a note about that.
Come on. Love it. on average, which is more in demand between data analyst and software engineer, and which usually gets paid more? Quan, you on mute.
I would just say they both kind of run the world right now. Like we just mentioned, they kind of go, a lot of them go hand in hand. I mean, everything is happening, all the algorithms, every time you go on your Instagram or go on to an application and it's suggesting or showing you certain things, it's data. Data is driving all of that. But software development is making it happen. So it's kind of like they're both hand in hand. So I think when you talk about demand, from what I've seen, they're both equally in demand. It's really down to where do you see yourself fitting? What are you interested in? And I'll tell you this, as someone that went the data route, there's a million different roles. So you may start in data science, you may realize I don't really like, for me, I don't like sitting in front of my computer and coding for 6 hours. So I couldn't do it. I like to talk. So I realized I got to be able to communicate, understand what's going on. I'm not a micro person, I'm a macro person. So I got into the business analyst route. I got into the product owner route. I got into the management lane of understanding why are we building these reports? What are we trying to solve? What business problem are we trying to solve? And so there's lanes and avenues in both tracks, all depending on your personality and what you really enjoy doing. So just getting into the door, you'll see like, oh man, I can become a project manager. I can become anything. So there's so many options once you get in there. So I think it's, but there's equal opportunity. They both making 6 figures in either route is very, very doable and common. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm completing a master's in information systems management with a focus on data analytics in August. In your opinion, would this course be beneficial or repetitive with my current education?
I think it's probably definitely not. I mean, you're probably learning SQL if you're taking the data analytics track. I don't know if you're learning Tableau. I don't know if there's a lot of data viz, but the second half of this course is all data science, which probably is not going to be in the information system management curriculum. You're going to learn. You're going to be doing building regression models and learning learning Python and a lot of things that are probably not a part of that MIS course. So there could be tendencies, but I would think that there's quite a bit of difference in the data science track.
Are there pivot partners in Houston? Chaz, not yet, but we're working on it currently because that's going to be one of our destinations. If we're not selected by Shipt, once we have completed the programs, will there be opportunities for us to network with other companies and hopefully find an opportunity? So I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. So you're saying if you do not get selected for Shipt, but you go through Pivot anyway, yes, you will have opportunities to network with companies and have opportunities. If that's what I'm thinking that you're saying, will there be opportunities for us to network with other companies and hopefully find an opportunity?
And even if you're not selected for this scholarship and you go through the cohort, there's still an opportunity to get employed at Shipt, because they're one of our partners. So there's opportunities. This is a sponsored opportunity with a specific goal for positions that have been created for this. We understand. We wish we had 100. We wish we had 100 scholarships. But if you still want to do it, that we will probably be another option in the future. But but you definitely can go through the program anyway with some of our other options, and we work to get you employment, maybe at Shipt or maybe with some of our other partners. But yes, you can definitely still pivot.
Isaac, was you going to say something? I think he was on mute.
Yeah, Quan tackled it, and the question from Adam, it kind of hits at the same thing. Students that go through our program have the ability to get connected to all the employers that we interface with. This particular group is curated specifically for Shipt, and the idea is that all 30 would qualify for those opportunities in Shipt. But if you come through Pivot, regardless, our goal is to get you employed.
Yep. Will we be able to obtain IT certifications within the program?
So, this particular program is not aligned with any specific certification. We do have other programs like cybersecurity, and some of our system admin programs that are kind of aligned with Network Plus and Security Plus. We in the future are considering adding some AWS certification tracks, possibly Tableau certification. So right now, we're not really set up on the certification model. We're more set up on the employment model, which is we work with partners to know exactly what they're looking for. Certifications don't technically train you for a job; they train you for specific skills that go into specific roles. But we're trying to get you fully ready to actually perform a job, if that makes sense.
Cool. I live in Birmingham. I live in Birmingham. If you don't get selected for this program, likely would it be to get a job at
How
Shipt
likely would it be to
through
get a
the
job?
regular pivot curriculum? Yes, you can get a job at Shipt going through the regular pivot curriculum for sure. If you're selected by Shipt, is there a time commitment to work at Shipt?
Very
Now,
good question. I don't think, Katie.
Nope, we're not making anyone sign like you need to work for us for 12 months or anything like that. We would love for you to work for us for a really long time, but we are not formally making anyone commit to any kind of time.
And the last but not least, hi, I went through a program a few years ago with a similar program in BHAM. Going into it, we were not clearly told that we needed to have equivalent to an associate's degree to get hired. Is there a similar need for a degree or work experience of some sort?
Good question, Katie.
Hey, so we have specifically partnered with Pivot because of their mission, and the quality of candidate that they produce during this boot camp. But we are also under no kind of rainbows or anything, thinking that we are going to hire senior engineers out of this program. We know that we're getting very talented, very passionate students that are willing to put in the work to get there in 3 to 5 years. So we are not looking for anyone that has any kind of degree or work experience going into this. We're just looking for people who have completed the program, who are hungry to learn, who want to come into an organization that is going to set them up for success. These 30 roles that we have open, we have designed to be entry-level roles that will come along with the same support that you received during Pivot.
Yes. So thank you all again for really participating in this Q&A session. Thank you for logging on. If you feel like this is something that you are interested in, I say apply. The deadline is coming very, very soon, July the 1st. Again, if you feel like, look at your life, be honest with yourself at this time. Let's be honest with yourself. Look at your life. If this is something that you could make a 5-month commitment to, then apply. If this is something that you feel like you cannot commit to, please, I beg you, please do not apply, because you may have all of the secret sauce. You may have all of the high qualifications, but then you take up a spot because you're not committed. All right. So I need you to really look at your life, make a decision, and then go and apply, because this is an amazing opportunity. Now, if you do not get chosen for the opportunity, we will reach out to you just to talk to you about all of what we have to offer at Pivot Technology School. And we have another boot camp. That's our regular boot camps that are starting in August. So we'll talk to you about that. And if you want that option to really still go through the program because you really sincerely want to change your life, we're going to work with you so you can change your life and get you a job. That's the key through this program is that when you come through the program, we're going to work with you day by day until you get a job. So you have to do your part though. You have to have a good resume. You have to go and actually apply for the jobs. You have to go and actually interview for the jobs, but we're going to work directly with you. But thank you so very much for tuning in.
Last thing I'm gonna say really quick before everyone jumps off. I know we talked about the opportunity and how amazing it is, and it is. I just want to double back to it is not easy and it's gonna be hard. And here's my tip, my tidbit of information. When you apply, when you're thinking about doing it, think about what is your why. Like, why are you doing it? Like, why are you really doing it, and why is it important that you do it right now? And once you really understand what that reason is, what that why is, remind yourself of that every day during the program, because you're gonna need that why to get through these 20 weeks. If you have a strong why and a strong will, and if it's for your family, if it's because you want to be the first person to do X, Y, and Z, if it's because you are ready to move downtown into a skyrise condo with your family, and you want to have the income that can allow you to do it, whatever your reason, whatever your why is, really tap into that, because when it all comes down to it, you got to know why you're doing it to get through those weeks when you've been writing code for 2 weeks and ain't none of it making sense, and you about like, I'm done with this. You got to go back into that. Why did I sign up for this in the first place? I can't quit. I can't quit. I can't quit. Like, that's really what's going to get you through these 20 weeks. It is a boot camp. It is not. It's fun, and as you know, like we like to have a good time, but this is serious, and you're gonna learn, and you're gonna have to lock in, and these opportunities are real, and it's transformative and life changing. Just know why you're doing it, and really understand that. Tap into it, write it down, put a picture on your monitor if you need to, so you can't quit your kids, your daughter, whatever the case may be, and just make sure that you get through those 20 weeks. And on the other side of that is a whole different life. I can tell you that myself firsthand.
Different life. So thank y'all so very much, man. Y'all put some hands in the like some hand raise, some claps in there in the chat. Man, this has been amazing. Thank you all so very much. We are excited. Make sure y'all connect with us on LinkedIn. Make sure y'all connect with us on all the social media channels, us individually. We look forward to working with each of you. We look forward to really, really connecting with you all when we have our kickoff event. So we have everybody's email. So we'll do the kickoff event. So we really would like to connect with you and get to know each of you. So thank y'all so very much. Thank you, Shipt. Quan, you did an amazing job, brother. You really answered the questions with style and grace, man. So
I appreciate it. Y'all be on the lookout for the Pivot Tech podcast coming soon.
Yes, man. So thank y'all so very much.
Have a great evening. It's time for me to get some dinner, man. So y'all be great.
Be easy. Thank y'all.